Okay, this video is on how to calculate access time. Access time is the time it takes for a PC to access and do a full read or a full write of or to the memory. So access time is denoted in nanoseconds, denoted in S, which equals 1 e to the negative 9th seconds, which equals 0.00000000345 seconds, right? And we need to know how to calculate it and show it in nanoseconds. And we're going to use this stick of RAM as our example, this Corsair Vengeance DDR4 3000 stick of RAM. Okay, so we're going to use it as our example to figure out access time. The first thing we need to know is our CAS latency. We know CAS latency is the number of cycles it takes to write to RAM. So in this case, it's going to take 15 cycles to write to this RAM. So it's going to be 15 cycles. And we're using CAS. Okay, and we know that we want it in seconds. So let's go back here, and the next thing we need to know for this RAM is the speed of the RAM. So this RAM runs at DDR4 or 3000, which means it runs at 3000 megahertz. Okay, so it runs at 3000 megahertz. And we know, oh, that's a Z, and a megahertz is a million cycles per second. And we need it in seconds and then nanoseconds. So in order to get cycles and cycles per second into seconds, it would take division. Okay? So if we wanted to cancel out cycles in our final answer, if we divided by cycles, I'm just going to write C, divided by cycles per second, we would end up with seconds. Okay? So we have to divide our CAS by our speed. So we take our 15 cycles. That's a C, we'll pretend. There we go. Our 15 cycles divided by our 3000 million cycles per second, and we equal some number. And we'll do that on our calculator. So if we did 15 divided by 3000 million equals, I did something wrong here. Let me do it again. 15 divided by 3,000,000,000 equals I don't know why I'm not getting scientific notation on that. Let's start again. There we go. Hit the FE button. So it equals 5 e to the negative 9th. So let's go back here and get back to it. So it equals 0.0000005 seconds. And I said that 1 nanosecond, I think back here, is 0.0000001 seconds. So I know that I can either convert that just by knowing that is that 0.0000001 equals a nanosecond, and I've got 5 of those. So my answer is equal to 5 nanoseconds is the access time of this RAM. And that is the true, I can compare apples to apples for any stick of RAM. So I can do this calculation for a DDR3 and compare it to a DDR4. I can do it from a DDR1 to a DDR4 because I actually get a time that's comparable. How much faster is this RAM than that RAM? That is the access time. And what on the calculator, I wanted to show an e to the negative 9th, so I hit the FE button on the scientific one. So now it's an e to the negative 9th, so I know it's in nanoseconds. I can do that with any one of the calculations that I've got, but if I end up with this one, and I'm using a phone calculator, all I have to do is count over the zeros to the millionths, and then I know that's how many millionths of a second it is, which is a nanosecond. And so I know it's 5. So if it was 0.00000005222, it'd be 5.22 nanoseconds as well. That's all there is to calculating the access time of a stick of RAM.